Gotta turn it on. I think we should start working now. Let's give it a second here. Okay, we are connected to YouTube. It should start here now. All right. Thank you, YouTube. We fixed it. We fixed it. We did it. All right. It literally was just a press of a button. We should start working. And let's give it a second here. Okay, we're live.
Twitch gone down?
Nope, we're good. We're good. We're fine.
We're
Everything's
good.
fine.
Okay.
I'm professional. This is my job. All right. Before further ado, here's the plan for the stream today. Also, Cats, for some reason your webcam keeps going in and out. Maybe it's because I keep alt-tabbing out of things. Oh, man. Okay. Here's the plan for the stream.
I've got the stream offline on my Twitch page. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong thing.
You might be. Twitch is live. They're chatting with us. So
hopefully they can see it then. I
yes.
can't.
So what we're going to do today is we are going to show the trailer off in literally just a few seconds. And then we do have to talk to you guys about what the plan is for the Pacific. We're going to go over the release plan, how we're going to do it, because we've had to change a few things. And we are going to be showing off some weapons and uniforms. And then if you missed the trailer at the very beginning, we're going to play the trailer for you again at the end, you know, because I know people are going to be in and out. So before further ado, is that how you use that? Let's get into this. Cats, do you have anything you want to say before we reveal this beautiful trailer?
A huge thank you to Robert Stoneman. He's a really, really talented guy. What he managed to do is fantastic. And what you see is not just the trailer, the work that he puts into that, but actually a lot of the animations and otherwise we've been able to then pull into the main game. He also made a point the other day of saying, hey, I've got all these animations that I've done. Can you guys make sure it gets in the SDK? So he actually worked as well to make sure of that. So he's not just someone who just comes in and does a trailer. He does an absolutely profound professional job. And we're very, very lucky to have him, really. So thank you to Robert.
Yes.
And yeah, work of art. I hope everyone enjoys it.
Truly.
Yeah.
Pardon my French. I don't think I'll get in trouble for this, but this trailer is fucking awesome. I'm just going to say it.
Awesome.
It's so fucking cool. Anyways. All right, let's do it. All right, I'm going to mute everything. Give me a second. All right, here we go. Everybody be cool. Oh my god.
Fucking awesome.
So good. It's so good. There's so many messages in the chat that are getting, I'm sure they're full of hype, I want to say, but hype that is probably full of swear words. Sorry for the modding from Nightbot. I know y'all are excited. Oh, isn't that so good? All right. Honestly, truly an incredible trailer. When we saw the concept for it, it was just like, oh, this is going to be so good. So good.
Yeah.
Amazing.
He's awesome. I mean, he sits down, he goes through it, we talk through stuff, and it's like, did they have this? Was that there then? You know, is that accurate? And he genuinely cares. He wants to make sure it's as accurate as possible, and he challenges us on that as well. So he's fantastic. Yeah.
Gunslinger, we are going to watch it again at the end of this. We don't have a lot of time, so I am going to move things forward. We do have to run to a play test after this, so we do got to get going here. So let's explain how you guys are going to be able to experience the Pacific, how we're going to do this. So let me just change all my things. 1 second. Turn this off, get into my PowerPoint. Okay, so this is all subjects to change too, by the way. But initially, so the way that we're going to be releasing this, because we have the holidays coming up, we actually don't have that much time. So we decided to extend a public sort of beta testing of the map over during this holiday time so that we can get as much testing done and not have to rush. The map itself, Katz, you can speak to it, but the map itself is done. It's huge, but just the main thing right now is just testing. That's the last sort of thing that needs to be done.
Yeah, I think so. So you'll see phase 1 and then phase 2. So
Yeah.
phase 1 is us getting the community feedback. We're going to give you all the weapons. We're going to give you all the vehicles, so you can try them out in the new museum. You can try them out in the new areas of Arnhem Range as well. So you can get driving them, you can get shooting them, you can give us feedback on how they handle and otherwise, so we can refine them. But it's something extra to kind of play with and experience, and to help the development team in doing that sort of testing of them. So that's a big part of this update for us, is that we want that community engagement to help make this game better and better.
Yeah.
But obviously we're not just giving that. We've got a new seeding mode.
Yes.
We've got a new museum as well coming to the game that looks incredible, the subway range.
Yes.
We've got admin cam updates to help the admin team as well. You've got stuff like the things that have been asked for a long time, like the full screen map allowing you to zoom in and out with your mouse wheel, things like fixes to the machine guns and AT guns that glitch a bit, some fixes with regards to the sway issues that we were having. So there's a lot in this update, a lot of bug fixes, a lot of quality of life, but as well as that, we want that weapons and vehicles to get the community feedback.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we can't include Iwo Jima because we need more data for optimization. So
yes.
I guess that takes us on to phase 2, which is the exciting thing.
Public testing of Iwo Jima, and it will be uploaded to the Squad 44 public testing app. If you own Squad 44, you do have access to the public testing. It's by default hidden by Steam. So the way to find it, you just go into Steam, you go up to the top, you click View, and underneath there should be a section that says Hidden Games, and you will see Squad 44 public testing. So Iwo Jima will be uploaded to the public testing app, and testing will start this coming weekend. We're aiming for December 15th.
Yep.
So
15th and 16th, I think we'll have it up. We need to talk to the community server hosts to see if they'll run some servers for us on the playtest app. Obviously, we still want main populated, but it is there for players to jump into Iwo Jima, have a look around, give us a bit of feedback. Ideally, we want to have full matches played on that,
yes.
because then we can get server profiling done, look at more optimization work to really. When we want this map to drop, we want it to drop with absolute impact. Players want to come in and we want them to enjoy it, not worry about 30 FPS.
Yeah.
We want them to really enjoy it. So that's why we're taking the time to go through and do the public play test with you guys and get your feedback on everything, because we want to add polish to the game. We're not here for a quick release. So, yeah.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. And also, we also did discuss having another public play test, I think around, I forget which dates we were floating around, but closer to like the 20th or 21st. If that does happen, we will let you know.
Yep.
But yeah, we want to start getting as many people on the map to help test it so that we can get all the data. Oh, my music is a little loud. Let me turn that down. Yeah, so if you're available to join, please do. Anytime we have a public test, it's a big help. Very big help if you guys come and join these play tests, because even just sitting in queue, that gives us information and we need it. So please do come join if you're available. And all this information, by the way, will be posted later on Steam in a dev blog. So if you miss it, it's going to be posted again. All the information will be posted again. And then phase 3, we're going to release the map. This is likely looking into early 2025. January, February. It really depends on how testing goes. But
Yeah.
yeah,
The more data we get, the faster we can kind of work on it, really.
yes,
So, by the community jumping in to help, whether clans can organise matches on the servers or whatever, and do server profiling for us and pass us their logs, that's huge for us. So
it
anything that the
is.
community can do to help us with that testing, really appreciate it. Because the sooner we get that, the more of that we get, then the sooner we can release that quality product to you guys at the end of the day.
Yes.
And I'm sure after the first taste of the public playtest, everyone will want that coming out, because it's insane. It's unlike any map done for the game before. I think it's just so immersive, so huge and sprawling, and yeah,
Yeah,
it's gonna be insane.
when you guys jump on it during the public test, you're gonna see why we're gonna.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
huge. It's huge.
yeah,
Number one, it's huge, and number two, like there's the tunnels. They got all the little things. There's just so much that is in this.
yeah.
So
Spend a couple of days walking around it. It's insane.
you are gonna be able to hit Iwo Jima before the end of this year. It just will be in a public testing phase. It won't be the final product just yet. And reasons why we're doing this, timing is a big thing. We're going off-world closes every year for the holidays for 2 weeks, and releasing releasing it right before you go on holiday is not responsible. So we don't want to do that. We don't want to rush anything. That's just how it is. And we don't want to do that to you guys because that would suck. So it requires a lot of extensive testing. And yeah, we don't want to release anything that's rushed. So yeah, we're very excited to get into public testing, and because just the amount of content is incredible. So anyways, yes, I'm just looking at the comments.
Talking of content.
It is going to come out in the next 2 months. Yes, that is if everything goes well. That's the plan.
Yep.
Yes.
But as we say, help us help you.
Yeah.
If you can jump in and do testing, that gives us more data for optimization.
Yeah.
Once we get the optimization to the level we're happy with, then we can push it out. You'll see in this build, there should be quite a bit of optimization works being involved. You'll see there's a lot more graphics settings. So the graphics settings advanced now cover a much more wider remit and are kind of updated to reflect going into 2025, not when the game started in 2018. So it gives players more options with stuff like DLSS coming to be updated, various other aspects being updated to allow you to tailor your graphics experience more. So we are really, really trying to make sure we can get the game optimized, and that when we release something, it's smoothly done. It's not going to kill your PC kind of thing just because we can do it that high quality. We want to make sure that it's done at high quality, but it's also accessible.
Yeah, for sure. Let me read these comments. Sneaker, are the maps made in UE5? They are not. No plans for UE5 at this current juncture. If there is, I'll let you know. But right now, it's not on the current plans. Is there a ball up and cry feature when you get overwhelmed? I wish. I would use that all the time.
There's a runaway feature. You just got to turn 180 and just sprint.
Yeah, you can do that. Absolutely. All right. So we do have more content to show you guys. And also, this shouldn't be capturing my mouse, but that's okay. It'll capture my mouse. Ooh, we got some weapons here. We're getting into now. Didn't you announce the Stinger Light machine gun? I believe. Did we do that?
No, there
Okay.
isn't a Stinger Light machine gun. I think there was only like 2 or 3 used on Iwo Jima, so it's a bit of a niche weapon. So it's not something we've kind of like cast out there as a squad weapon. What you should see in game is pretty much weapons at the standard issue. So we've kind of kept a bit of the realism factor of what they had is what you get. It's not where you're going to get a pink STG or something anymore. So yeah.
Just following up on comments as well. Toma, no, we're here to stay. Iwo Jima is happening. We've also confirmed, I'll say it again, Guadalcanal is going to be the next map after Iwo Jima. So there's a lot more content coming where this game is going to be around for a while now. We're invested.
Oh, yeah.
Warfrags.
I think we've got a year's worth of work just on the Pacific alone, haven't we? So
honestly, truly, there's a lot.
Yeah, and then
admin
we'll see what
tools,
happens after.
question mark. Oh, the admin tools. So the admin tools are quite nice. I think you can click on the map at this point now, and it jumps the camera around the map. Correct me if I'm wrong,
Yeah,
Kaz.
so you used to be able to go Shift P, and then it would take a while to sort of get from one place to another. Now you can simply teleport across the map to find that aspect. You can click on a player, find him, and immediately jump to that player. You can do in-game player management. There's a lot more that we want to do with it, but it really opens the door for admins. I think there's a kill feed as well that's available on some game modes.
Yep.
So admins should have a lot more tools and a lot more ability to really help. There is more we want to do there. There's more work we want to do there, but we just ran out of time at the end of the year.
Yeah. All right, let's keep going. Because we got a lot to cover. But yeah, we are going through all the weapons now. We have our beautiful,
So
beautiful swords.
This is the Shingunto, I think. So this is the Japanese sort of commander's sword. Obviously, famously, they had sort of their samurai swords, and they actually had an issued pattern for that. So this is the issued pattern that they gave to the officers that you can see there, which is quite cool. So you can lead your banzai charges into battle with those, which would be pretty awesome. And it does swipe as well. It's not just like a stabby motion. So you've got some cool animations with that as well.
I hear the question. Can we I can already predict that they're going to talk about decapitating heads. Is that going to happen?
What is it with our player base?
I mean,
it's all about
I'm predicting it. They didn't actually say it, but I can hear someone thinking it. I bet
maybe we do a poll if it's going to be like a one hit, one kill, like completely kill weapon or something, and throw some gore in at that. I'll have to chat to the team because that could be quite funny. But
we could make it a mod. We could make a mod.
Yeah, it'd be like a lightsaber then, wouldn't it? So yeah.
You can get anti-Schuppen, you can get the old compass in the settings. If you go into your settings and select compass, there's 2D modern. I think 2D is the old compass. Am I correct?
Yeah, I think I can't remember if we left in the 3D one as well, but yeah, there's a 2D and a modern compass in there. So if you want to use the 2D one, which is the original one, prior to us taking over, then you can do. If you want to use the more modern one, then you can do as well.
Yes.
Equally as well, if you like playing with the UI, you can play with the UI, or you can go into your settings and you can click streamer mode or the little eye that's down the bottom right, and that takes away a lot of your UI, so it becomes a lot more immersive for you if you don't want to be looking at any UI stuff.
Yes.
So we're trying to be as open and flexible with sort of what we offer the players, so you can tailor the game to how you want it, whether you want that element of realism more so than we offer as standard, or you want kind of a bit more of an accessible game, or you want a balance of both. So we're offering the players the opportunity to decide to what level they want to do that in that.
Yep. All right, keep going. More little knives and things.
So these are the Type 30 bayonets, so for the Arasaka rifles. Again, this is one of those where you turn to the guy who's done a lot of our weapons, and you say, yeah, can you do this rifle? And he goes, yeah, I'll do the early war, I'll do the late war, and are you aware that there were 3 bayonets that were made for it throughout the war? And it's like, oh, were there? So he then goes away, and we say, hey, can we have a bayonet for this Arasaka, whatever it is, Type 38, whatever? And then he comes back and he's like, yeah, here's all 3 that were manufactured throughout the war for these weapons, and here's the 2 versions. And you're like, cool, that's extra animation work, extra texture work, but it's fantastic that we've got someone who can do that and genuinely cares about the work they do. So
yes,
Red Rogue is fantastic.
Really great.
Really great. The binos, the water bottle as well, were done by another chap called Steph, fantastic artist. But moving on to the next stuff, we've got more knives, I guess.
Lots of knives.
The US Marine Corps stuff. So this is your K-bar knife, pretty iconic, and also the corpsman, medic's knife. There we go, the medic's knife as well. Corpsman, I don't know. It's an American word. It's not English.
Oh my God, Siege is totally correct. Oprah style 3D modeler. You get a bayonet. You get a bayonet. Absolutely.
You get a bayonet. Yeah, it was fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
To say with tanks though, you say to our guys, "Hey, I want a tank," and then all of a sudden you've got early and late war variants, and yeah, it's incredible. So the guys work amazingly hard, and I'm really lucky to have such a great team.
Great team. Great guys.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, let's keep going. Oh, we got a little mortar, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, type 89 mortar, I think. So this is a Japanese weapon. Again, pretty iconic for them. So they would put in their sort of grenades, hand grenades, if you like, that would then be fired out from there. So it's almost like a grenade launcher more than a mortar in itself. But it's pretty cool, right? Yeah.
Very cool. All right, we're gonna just keep on going, and you tell me what we're looking at, Cats, because I don't know.
No worries. So some US shotguns there. So we are introducing 2 shotguns into the game. So you'll have the
shotguns, yes.
Winchester 1912. I'm reading this one because I can't remember half of the stuff we got. We've also got the Winchester M1897 trench gun, which is coming over from Beyond the Wire. So yeah, 2 shotguns coming in. I actually was counting up. I think we're bringing in 55 new weapons in this update.
Are you kidding? Oh my God.
Yeah, I wrote it down because I was like, wow, this is what we got. So this update is 55 new weapons, 15 new vehicles, 6 new heavy support weapons.
That's the update
that's
coming.
not so bad.
That's the one that we have planned for this week.
Yeah, that's the one for this week.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's a lot of testing, a lot of stuff for you guys to try out, really.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll keep going through these weapons, but because we've got 55, you have to forgive me if I can't recall every single one.
Totally fine.
So yeah.
Totally fine. Shotgun's going to be wild in the tunnels. Absolutely, they are.
Oh yeah,
They're
awesome the way they function as well.
Yes.
So they do work like shotguns.
So Idlevoice in the chat, are the shotguns going to act like actual shotguns, or are they going to spray? Yeah, so they will act like actual shotguns. Yes.
Yeah. So you know, I think a lot of games kind of show you shotguns almost like a cannon where they just fire out everywhere. But the reality is you do get a relatively close group in around sort of like 50 meters to 100 meters. Anyone who shoots clay pigeons will be able to tell you that kind of thing. So yeah, they'll act like proper shotguns where you will have spread, but it won't be something silly.
Right.
So
cool. Oh, the beautiful lunge mine, correct?
Yeah, so that is the lunge mine, and historians are probably gonna have a go here and be like, well, that's not accurate. Well, yeah, so I don't think the lunge mine was used on Iwo Jima, but when we were trying to balance off Sherman tanks against the Japanese as AT weapons, we decided to bring the lunge mine in. So you'll be able to charge at tanks. I believe there is a % chance whether you get then heavy wounded from it or whether you will die from it. So there will be a kind of element of risk and reward on that. So yeah, but it's quite a cool weapon, unique to the Japanese with their sort of banzai play style. And I'm pretty sure you can use it against infantry as well, which is
you can. You absolutely can. I remember when we initially started testing this, there was a very funny bug where it would affect everybody on the map if you hit someone with this mine. So everybody kind of just all fell down and then get back up again. But it was really funny. Just
the community getting very excited now. Gore!
Yep.
Decapitation.
Explosions. Yep.
So that's cool.
Very, very cool.
Yeah. So there's just the end of it there.
Yes.
I was thinking though, just when we said there are 55 new weapons, I'm now waiting for Boogie or another of the content creators to do a year's recap.
Oh.
I was asking our content creators the other day, how many new weapons have we added to the game? How many new vehicles this year? Have we doubled the amount in a year from 2018? And that's not bad for a part-time studio for most part. But
not bad at all. Yeah.
Let's see if Boogie does a year recap for us. That would be awesome.
Yeah, for sure. All right.
So, yeah.
I don't know what I'm looking at. What do we got?
These are Arisaka rifles with the grenade launcher attachments. We've actually got... So again, when we said, right, we need a grenade launcher, these are the 3 that they had. The weapon modeler then went, okay, I'll do all 3. So unlike other factions, which only get 1 type of grenade launcher, we've got 3 different variants that are spread across different rifles as well. So you can see 2 different variants of Arisakas there. I think one's late, one's early war. So yeah, the weapon variety is going to be something insane. And you've got stuff that are like high explosive anti-tank projectiles. You've got HE projectiles. So yeah, it's what you can expect of the Grenadier class going forward.
Now let me just check. My second monitor just went black, but let me see if I can still access what's on it. Okay, all right. We're gonna keep going. All the tech stuff that we're dealing with. No. Yeah.
I think that's a Type 92 woodpecker. So that's
Oh.
one of the Japanese MGs. So it's got the fire rate that gave it the nickname the woodpecker. But pretty cool emplacement to have. So
It
one of the
yeah.
logistics buildables there.
Looks very heavy duty, this one. And quite
Mm.
low to the ground as well. Quite a low profile.
It's
Very
a
cool.
sneaky little thing.
All right, what else we
I
got?
think some of these actually had scopes on them as well, so we've got the option to have them
Oh,
with or without scope.
with
I don't know if we brought
scopes.
that in yet, but yeah, the Japanese used scopes on a lot of their machine guns, so we've reflected that.
Nice.
But yeah, some more of the different types of Arasakas that you can see there with one of the snipers down the bottom. Again, two different types of snipers are coming in with the Japanese. So we've got two different types of scope there that come in. So any and all weapons that kind of featured on Iwo Jima, you can almost expect to see, even weapons that are from prior or other theaters. So things like the Terror rifle for the paratroopers, that's going to be in the range. We'll consider how we want to use that in the future, maybe for another map. But just to say, we've got such a wide variety of weapons coming that players, I think, the second it release, will all be in the range checking them out and testing them because they're really cool.
Yes.
Sounds sound really good with them as well.
Yes.
There's been good effort on the sounds.
For sure.
Yeah. MGs wise, we've got three different types of MGs coming. You can see that one's got a scope there, but we've got the Type 11, the Type 96, and I think the 99. Oh,
A
let me check
bayonet
my
on an
list.
MG is just really funny to me. It's just.
Oh yeah, this is going to be the so you'll think shotguns, like these are going to be the OP kind of weapon. This is probably going to start taking over from that because it's already got a bayonet attached. It will have a scope, and it's an automatic. So when at the start we were thinking, how do we balance the Japanese against the Americans? And then we realized all of a sudden they've got these amazing weapons that actually we don't really need to balance them too much
Nope.
because we can just see how this plays out. And you know what? Sometimes asymmetry isn't a bad thing to try out, so it gives that extra level of immersion. So we'll see.
Yeah.
See how this weapon goes down, but I think it'll be a favorite.
Yeah. And that'll also help with if you guys join for the public tests. That'll also help us. If a lot of good games happen on Iwo Jima, we'll get some good data about balancing, changing up objectives, changing up points of interest. Yeah.
Yep.
You guys,
Yep.
help
Definitely.
us. Help us help you. Okay.
Ooh. Yeah. Help me help you. Help me help you.
Little mines here.
Yeah, just a few mines there. So the Japanese had a wide variety of mines in use. The weirdest one for me, though, was the one in the center. So it looks like a really normal mine, and it's actually really small. So they actually in early war they put these on sticks, tied these to sticks, and they would use these against tanks. So those mines they're only about that big. They're really small in themselves. The other mines are a lot bigger. Apart from sort of the grenades that you can see there, and on the right that a magnetic mine that they've got there, they're about relatively similar size and smaller. But the other mines are a really big comparison to that sort of anti-tank one. But yeah, you'll have a wide variety coming into the game on that. So it's
Now,
cool.
correct me if I'm wrong. The little white one up at the top, that's the grenade that they would bash against their head and then throw. Is that correct?
So the one in the middle that you can see was sort of the ring pull on it.
Okay.
So they would pull it out and then they would bash it against a rock, or they would use their helmet.
Right.
Because the second it's like a percussion fuse, I think.
Right.
So then the second that sort of started, you'll start hearing it fizzing, and then you'll get an explosion at time after it. They didn't.
Okay.
You see a lot of games where people talk about cooking grenades. It's not really too accurate because at this stage in sort of development of grenades and stuff, the fuses were never that accurate. So they might say 5 seconds, it might only last for 3.
I see.
So the idea of holding it in your hand was never a great plan. To be
Gotcha.
honest, it was a bit of a risky one.
I see.
So,
that
yeah.
makes sense. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, some cool weapons there.
We keep going. Let me see. Oh yeah, more grenade launchers. It looks like.
Yeah, so again, different type. You can see that's very similar to the hand grenade. So they did have sort of dedicated ones, which would be for like heat grenades and stuff, but also for sort of the hand grenades, very similar. I think it's a Type 97 grenade. Again, I'd have to have a look. Yeah, Type 97 frag grenade, I believe that can launch. And I think that's a Type 100 grenade launcher, but I would have to double check because we've got 3. So yeah.
Oh, okay. After this, we're moving into uniforms. Let me just do this a full screen so y'all can see the uniforms.
Yeah, some fantastic efforts by Zaint on the uniform work. So you can see some of the officers here for tank crew or for infantry and otherwise going on. So yeah, I'll let the players enjoy these ones. I've not got too much to say on the uniforms.
Yes, they're beautiful.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the sweatiness of the uniforms? Is that something we've talked about?
I think Luminous was working on some sort of shader or something along those lines that for as long as you were staying alive, the uniforms would get sweatier. I think.
Yes.
I can't remember if we've implemented that or anything, but
Towards the end of
yeah,
this slideshow, I do have some pictures of
of the sweaty
some
ones.
sweaty Marines. So I wonder if that made it in, but I didn't want to say anything because
I
yeah.
don't know if Lumi's in chat. If Lumi's in chat, he'll probably be able to say if he brought it in or not. But yeah, I know he was looking at it, and it did look really cool. I don't know if there was a performance cost or anything, but it was discussed about
Yes.
yeah, getting a bit sweaty as you get into combat a bit more, so the shirts don't stay pristine.
Yes.
There's a bit of an idea.
Just following up on the comments here. Release date for the full release, it's going to be early 2025, Raven. We are going to be starting public testing this coming weekend. So you are going to be able to access all this content in our public testing app this coming weekend. So we are going to be starting public tests. All the information for that will be posted this week, so you will know. Okay, so let's keep going. Sorry, I can't see my second monitor. So just these are just going to be random in pose. So that's another thing too, is that the Japanese will like the other axis. Sorry, run with one hand. Correct.
Yeah, so it's kind of a defining feature in the game already. That so you can see how the different factions actually used to kind of go with the weapons. We looked through quite a few videos of the Japanese army in action, and they seem to run very, very similar with the carrying the weapon at the waist level, like the Germans did as well. So it's actually quite a nice way to ID your enemy as well if they're carrying their weapon in a different way to you.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, from a distance, hopefully it'll help players ID them a bit more as the enemy of the U.S. Marine Corps. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do like the feet as well on this one. They had some very unique footwear, which was I think a bit ahead of its time.
A little split shoe there. Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
it's almost like what you have nowadays for runners when they put them on kind of thing, or if you were going surfing or something and you had dry boots or something. So they were a bit ahead of the time, I guess. But,
yeah, totally.
Yeah, that's cool.
Totally. All right, let's keep going. Yeah, just general uniforms, giving you guys full screen.
Yeah.
Really beautiful job on these.
That weapon's just going to be so OP.
Oh, it looks so
it just looks
ridiculous.
Brutal.
It does. It really does. It's just anything you can strap on a weapon. It's just
pretty much.
Can we bonsai charge?
Yeah, you can bonsai
you
charge.
Absolutely bonsai charge.
We've actually brought in this update a lot of sound effects.
Yes.
So for tank loaders as well. So previously your shell just loaded, and players said, "Oh, can we play as the loader?" It'd be a bit boring playing as a loader because you're just selecting the ammo and pressing click, aren't you? So instead of that, what we've done is we brought in sort of an AI loader, if you like, instead, where it's just the voice sound effects. It tells you that it's loading and ready to shoot and stuff like that. And they're faction specific. We brought in faction specific, I believe, death cries as well. So there's been a rework of those. And for charging with your weapon now as well, there'll be a war cry let out, which again is faction specific. So I'll let you all guess as to what the Japanese one might be.
Yeah.
It's not always the same. There is a variety of each one, so it's not like you're going to get everyone screaming in the same voice. It'll be
Yeah.
be slightly different. So it's cool.
Yep. Following up, Sundowner official Eastern Front maps. No, not currently, but if you go on the workshop, check out Chapter Red. They have an Eastern Front mod that is quite popular. So check out Chapter Red. Could you add a rifleman who, instead of being able to attach a bayonet, could attach a Japanese flag? Ooh, that'd be cool. But then that would be, I don't know. Maybe. That's not a yes. It's a maybe.
It's not a yes, it's a maybe. I'll ask the guys about it. Maybe the radio man or something. When he attaches his bayonet, a little flag comes out the bottom.
Oh,
You know, like a pop gun out of the Simpsons or something. You know,
yeah.
like just like bang, and it's like a little
Oh,
flag.
yeah,
comes
that'd
out.
be cute. That would be cute.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there it is. He's ready to bonsai. Oh, sorry, my mouse I can't find.
Yeah, so cool.
Really,
So
really
cool.
cool. Yes, the Iwo
Bringing the
Jima.
sword and the. Oh, sorry.
No, you go ahead. I was just looking at the comments about the Iwo Jima postcard. Those are coming right now. I live in Canada, and Canada Post is currently on strike. I need to check the status of the strike, but once that strike's lifted, those cards will go out. But right now, they haven't gone out yet, so I'll let you know when they go out. Yeah, let's keep going. I'm just trying to keep track of time here. Oh, yep, there's the guy running with his mine.
Yep. So a bit suicide kind of squad there, but yeah, something pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure. Let me do full screens of these as well for everybody.
I think that's one of the best parts of the trailer as well, when he's running towards it, kind of, you know, and they're trying to take him out. It's just, yeah, that's pretty cool, because we all know how AT players play in game. They're all about the tanks and not about their own safety. So yeah, you're probably going to expect a few more of these. They are limited, however, in class. You'll only get, I think, 2.
Right.
Same as a standard AT class in game. So.
People who missed the trailer in the beginning, I will be playing it at the end of all the stuff that I'm showing. So I will play it again,
Amazing.
And then we will upload it to YouTube. I think it's going live today at noon, which is in an hour and 20 minutes. So I think I gotta double check, but I will play it again. Oh, just another angle of him. Get a good look.
Yeah,
the
so
texture,
cool.
you can't really see it, but the texture on the uniforms is also really, really lovely. Just really, really good attention to detail. Okay, here we go. We can see more of the texture. This is the radio man, I believe.
Yep, so that's the radio man there. So you've got sort of the brand new radios that reflect what they had at the time as well. Interesting thing on these as well for the Japanese is their ranks. So we were doing kind of research for the ranks, and you can see his there is underneath his little breast pocket there, which is like a red square with 2 stars on it, kind of thing. So they had sort of like these leather patches which had a hole in, and they would put them underneath the button, and then put the pocket down on top of it, so you can see the rank there. It's a really clever way of doing it, really. Rather than on their arms or anything like that. So if they got promoted, they're not doing any stitching or sewing.
No, they just. Oh, that's smart. That's very smart.
Do it, yeah. So we kind of reinvented that years later with, you see, rank slides now they call them, but yeah, very, very, very clever.
Yeah, just another look at that radio man. And
yeah, really good job on the characters and the equipment.
So beautiful.
Very nice. Yeah, and the medic there as well.
Lovely work.
Cool.
Super lovely stuff. Okay. Oh, now we can see the sweaty. We got the U.S. Marines here now. Now you can see some sweat. So yeah, I believe we discussed this. We don't know that if this is coming in, or I'm not. I need to confirm, or we need to confirm that this made it in. But the longer you stay alive, the sweatier you're gonna get.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was brought in or not, but it was one of the things that was discussed and was possible with a shader. The question was always over, would there be performance impact to that?
Yes.
So obviously, if there is, and we're trying to optimize the game, then we will take it out, and you'll just have sort of like that pre-sweat. But yeah, if we can do stuff like that, making the guns a bit dirtier or something in the future, as the longer you're shooting for and things like that, then then we can try and do that just to add that extra level. But again, it's always about performance first.
Yes, yeah.
But,
So if
yeah.
it doesn't perform well, then unfortunately we'll have to.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't do everything, can you? So
No.
yeah, really cool.
Yeah, really good stuff.
Yeah, you can see some of the units stuff on the back there to state which unit they were from. A lot of the uniforms of the Marines, they didn't really sew on anything like ranks or anything like unit data. It was just sort of one set of almost like pajama overalls kind of thing, and then they would use pretty much what looks like marker pen to write the data on there, and that would be their ranks, that would be their unit as well, potentially their names. So yeah, very, very, very basic kind of level of showing that, which is really cool in itself, to be honest. Little detail.
Yeah, totally. It's very good stuff.
Yeah. So there he is with his grenade launcher.
Lovely. I'm just looking at the comments here. Bullcuticus. This looks awesome. Just hopped in, loving the updates. Well, thank you. Appreciate it. Can already hear people saying, "Look at me. Am I sweaty?" Yes, totally.
We're gonna do the calendar. We'll do it at one point. We'll do the sweaty calendar. You can either have the devs or you can have the player models. We'll see what money we raise for charity on that one for not having the devs.
Will there be flamethrowers? We're working on it. We are working on it. That it
Yeah,
likely
flamethrowers on the list.
It's on the list, but we want that's also a bigger beast that we need to work on. So not for this update, but we are planning on it.
Yeah. So flamethrowers wise, there's always question marks over performance with regard to flamethrowers. We have got a working mechanic in the engine at the moment. It won't be in this patch. It still needs further testing. It needs further work, and obviously you need to make the weapons as well. But the mechanic has been tested or started to be tested. So flamethrowers are something that we want to bring in the future. And if we can bring in flamethrowers, then the next thing I'm going to challenge the team with is going to be flamethrower tanks, which would be insane.
Yes.
Because I don't think any other game's done that. So that would be absolutely insane if we could pull something like that off. But again, that's just a crazy cat stream compared to the potential coder's reality.
Right.
I just make their life misery, right? So,
yes.
But yeah, trust me, anything that we can do with this sort of stuff, I really want to push for doing it. So we'll see what we can do.
Will the SDK release with the Pacific or sometime after? I think we're going to be doing an SDK release for this coming update that we're releasing. Correct me if I'm wrong, Cats.
Yeah, entirely. So that should feature in the weapons and the vehicles. It won't include, I don't think, the player characters, and it won't include Iwo Jima. Because obviously, while we're playtesting, we don't want someone to then just go, here's a mod that's exactly all the content that you've just been working on for the last 6 months, and kind of, jump in and kind of do that and give players the wrong impression. We kind of want to make sure that what we release to everyone is absolutely bang on. So what we can release and what we can show, we will show. What we can't, we can't. And in the SDK, we'll try and give as much as we can all the time, as we always do. So yeah, there should be a release with this.
Yep. I don't know how many more slides we have because I can't see my second monitor.
That's cool.
God, the amount of tech stuff that I've had to figure out on the fly is just... Oh, I'm sorry.
It just shows off more the US kit. It's nice.
Yeah. Console people, I'm sorry. I know. You can't play Squad 44 on console. Unfortunately.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day. But I don't know when that day is.
Yeah, I don't know when that day is. I'm afraid we're only a small team. So we're pushing out what we can. And who knows down the line, if this update is a complete success, then it's more ammunition to then throw back at the big boss and say, hey, why don't we do this next? You know, very cheekily. And you never know, because he's been absolutely fantastic at supporting us in all of this as we've gone in. So, yeah.
All right, let's keep going here. Oh yeah, you can see more of the sweat, close-up sweat. I think the
Yeah,
areas, yeah. Just,
yeah.
oh, that's it.
So
Okay.
worry.
Yeah. All right. So that was everything we're going to show. We're going to show the trailer again. Just want to remind you guys of the plan of how this is getting released. I'll just say it again. And also, I will be posting this on Steam later today. But first phase is we are going to be releasing a preliminary update. We're planning for this week. That's going to have all the weapons and vehicles that you'll be able to test out on the Arnhem range, and the brand new museum, which we've showed off in previous streams. It's going to have new admin cam tools so that admins can help serve their servers better. And what else?
Lots of fixes.
Yeah, lots of fixes. Seating mode, we've added a seating mode in. Like, a big update is
Huge
coming
map,
this week, and we're just using that
graphics
to,
overhaul, the
yeah.
menu. Yeah,
And
loads and loads and loads.
that's going to lay the groundwork right now. And then we are starting the second phase, which is the public play testing. That's going to start this coming weekend. Instructions for that are going to be posted on Steam as well later this week. So this coming Sunday, we're looking to start testing Iwo Jima. And everybody who owns the game, you have access to come test. Please come test with us. We want your help. And then it's the holidays. So during that time, Off-World will be closed. We return back into the office in January. And then after all of the testing is done, then we will release Iwo Jima to the main game. So is the testing a separate branch from the main game? No, it is a completely separate app altogether. Bolcuticus, the way that you access it is if you own the game, it's by default hidden on Steam. Just go up to View on top of Steam and click Hidden Games, and it should show up. And from there, you'll be able to join in public testing. But it is technically a separate app from the main app, so you do need to download the public testing app.
Yeah,
Okay.
just to explain a little bit more on that, just before last trailer.
Yeah.
So by having the public playtest app, it allows you to download another copy of the game, which is the Iwo Jima copy. All right. So that means that say you jump on, you want to play it for an hour, and then you want to jump back to the normal what's out there at the moment on the main app, then you can just do that straight away. You don't have to download a separate stream, and then the next hour, if you want to jump back on the other one, you can. So that's why we've done that, to allow more flexibility, so players aren't always having to download different builds constantly. It just means you just got to do it once, download it once, and then you can jump in and jump out. It is called Squad 44 Public Testing.
Yes, that's correct, Paul. Squad 44 public testing. Paper Root Frank, thank you so much. I am having a good day. I appreciate that. All y'all talking about towing. I've been restraining myself. I've been seeing them in the chat, but I haven't been saying anything because I don't want to encourage y'all. But don't bring up towing in my presence anymore.
You've got to sacrifice several firstborns. That's okay. You need to make an offering to the gods.
Yes. Now, my second monitor's blank, so let me see if I can pull this trailer back up. Oh, we can. Okay. All right. So.
Awesome. I'll shut up now and watch away.
So we're going to end the stream with this. This is the trailer. If you saw it before, you get to see it again. It will be posted later today on YouTube. I want to just thank all of you guys for being here and checking out the stream and all your support. This is probably likely going to be the last stream before the end of the year. Now that I think about it, maybe I'll get one more in. But I just want to thank you guys for all the support this year. It's been incredible. The amount of work that this team has done in this short amount of time it's nothing short of incredible, because I have to say it every time. Mercury Arts, they have regular full-time jobs, and developing Squad 44 is like their part-time job. It's nuts.
It's our passion.
It's amazing.
I think it's more passion than anything else.
Absolutely. Like, just absolutely incredible. So please give all the love to Mercury Arts, all the love to the community that has stuck around for so long. Really appreciate it. And we're super excited to bring the Pacific to you. So,
yeah. Thanks, Luna. And thanks to everyone. Have a good holidays.
Yes. Thank you so much. Everyone have an excellent holiday season. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna mute our convo cats, and then we're gonna sign off for the night. So here's the trailer. Have a good one, everybody.
私は日本帝国軍の一員だ。ここまで誇りを持って戦ってきた。この硫黄島は日本にとって最重要の拠点だ。もしこの島が敵に渡れば、敵はこの島から我々の家を襲撃するだろう。最後の一兵になっても私の義務は敵を止めることだ。生きて再び我が家に帰れないことを覚悟した。